Chicken raka baka 2 and chicken raka baka 3 and chicken raka baka 4 and chicken raka baka 1 and chicken raka baka 2 and chicken raka baka 3 and chicken raka baka 4 and chicken raka baka. Hey guys, how's it going? So let's talk about advanced subdivisions, and what this means is everything after 16 notes all the way up to the 32nd notes. 16 notes, 1 E and we're using 4 notes in each beat, but we can go up to 5, which is a quintuplet. We can go up to 6, which is a sextuplet, 7 septuplet, and then the 8s, which is the 32nd note, double the amount of 16 notes, okay? So what we're going to use for this is we're going to use a thing called a fifth limb. And what that means is we're going to use our voice. So I'm a firm believer, if you can say it, you can play it. So if you can say it, you can play it, but even if you can't play it immediately, it makes it a lot easier to play it eventually, okay? Because you kind of have it in your head. The idea of this is obviously you've got 2 limbs, 2 legs and 2 arms, that's 4. The fifth, if you can say it, you can play it. So what we're going to do is we're going to assign something to it. For instance, the perfect example of that would be, say, take 8 notes. If I asked you to play a bar of 8 notes, you would think 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and boom, you're using the fifth limb. It's helping you play. Perfect, you can just go straight away and play it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Same with 16 notes. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. And some students actually struggle with that one. I always say, we'll just say education, 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 because it's the same amount of syllables. 1, 2, 3, 4, education, 1 E and a. Okay? Education, 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 education. All we're doing is we're picking a word and using the word as syllables to make it easier for us to play. So let's start with number 5. Number 5 is the quintuplet, and a good one for this is university, 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 university. Have a look, university. So you're, instead of saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, it's not a hard thing to say, but saying university, 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 university can be actually quite easy. And then when you have it straight in your head, it's easier to start playing, okay? Check it out. University, 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 university. Right? Now, the 5 is quite difficult because we're alternating hands. Anything that's uneven. So we've got an uneven number of 5. It's every time we start a new group, we're changing hands. University, university, university. So it makes it a little bit more difficult, but this really helps it. Okay, this really helps you start playing it immediately, and then you can just spend time with it, building it up. Now, always practice with a metronome when you're doing this, and remember, subdivisions are way harder, and they'll always be way harder the lower tempo you play, because the notes in between are the each stroke is a bigger gap. And as drummers, as musicians, we don't really like dead air. We start to panic. So when there's bigger gaps in between each stroke, it can be a little bit more challenging, but you have to practice it that way because that's how you get really good. So again, university, 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 university. So much better than going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's talk about 6. 6 is a bit easier because each start of each group, we're going to start with your leading hand, whichever hand you're more comfortable with, because it's an even number. And this one that I've learned from a teacher about 2 years ago, and what he used to say was 1 arpeggio. So 1 arpeggio, 2 arpeggio, 3 arpeggio, 4 arpeggio. Again, for me, it's a little bit easier than going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you learn it off, it's easier. So check it out. 1 arpeggio, 2 arpeggio, 3 arpeggio, 4 arpeggio. 1 arpeggio, 2 arpeggio, 3 arpeggio, 4 arpeggio. Let's go from 5s into 6s so you can hear the difference between the two. University, 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 university. 1 arpeggio, 2 arpeggio, 3 arpeggio, 4 arpeggio. Now what I'll do is I'll leave a description or I'll leave a link in the description, bring you to my website. I'll have everything written out there, so you can just check it out. You can take a screenshot and you have each one broken down, so you'll be able to see what it looks like, and you'll see it each one of the words that I've associated for each one. So let's move on to number 7, which is the septuplet. Okay, I found this one quite difficult. Again, it's very difficult because it's an uneven number, just like 5s. And just like 5, we used university. We're going to kind of use the same thing, but we're going to put 2 things before. We're going to say, go to university. Go to university, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go to university, go to university. See, it's a lot easier to say go to university than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Also, as a little bonus thing there, if you're ever counting in 7, never say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because what you're doing is you're adding an extra 1 on because you're saying 7. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're actually saying 8. So we say 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or, in my case, go to university, go to university, go to university, go to university. University, go to university. Let's go from 5s to 6s to 7s. You can hear the difference. Okay, here we go. University, 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 university. 1 arpeggio, 2 arpeggio, 3 arpeggio, 4 arpeggio. Go to university, go to university, go to university, go to university. It's so nice to go through them once you have them down, running each one into the next. But remember, individually practice them on their own, and then add 1 to 2 and so on and so forth. The last one we're going to look at is the 32nd notes. This is where we have 8 in. We're doubling the amount that's in the 16th note. This is a difficult thing to say, but again, I'll have it down in the description, the link, you can go see it. And you can see the word broken down with the little note next to it. And what we say for this one is 1 and tick and rack and back 2 and tick and rack and back 3 and tick and rack and back 4 and tick and rack and back. So 1 and tick and rack and back 2 and tick and rack and back 3 and tick and rack and back 4 and tick and rack and back. Some people can say that fast, some people can't, but if you can just practice it and try and internalize it, it can be very beneficial. For instance, like to do it really fast. 1 and tick and rack and back 2 and tick and rack and back 3 and tick and rack and back 4 and tick and rack and back 1 and tick and rack and back 2 and tick and rack and back 3 and tick and rack and back 4 and tick and rack and back. And then when you play it slowly first, remember 1 and tick and rack and back 2 and tick and rack and back 3 and tick and rack and back 4 and tick and rack and back. You know, it can be easier. It can be easier to say it out loud. So that particular one, again, slowly. 1 and tick and rack and back 2 and tick and rack and back 3 and tick and rack and back 4 and tick and rack and back. Again, I'll have these all down in the description in the link. So it takes a little time to learn it, but you can really internalize it better than counting to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, that can be quite difficult. But listen, so can 1 and tick and rack and back 2 and tick and rack and back 3 and tick and rack and back 4 and tick and rack and back. But, you know, choose your poison. Let's go from 5 to 6 to 7 to 8. We'll see how it sounds. University, 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 university. 1 arpeggio, 2 arpeggio, 3 arpeggio, 4 arpeggio. Go to university, go to university, go to university, go to university. Tick and rack and back 2 and tick and rack and back 3 and tick and rack and back 4 and tick and rack and back. Remember, do it with a metronome when you're practicing it. Very, very important. Another good way of practicing it, just keep the quarter note there and say it out loud using the 5th limb. University, 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 university. 1 arpeggio, 2 arpeggio, 3 arpeggio, 4 arpeggio. Go to university, go to university, go to university, go to university. 1 and tick and rack and back 2 and tick and rack and back 3 and tick and rack and back 4 and tick and rack and back. Those uneven numbers, they're very difficult to get down. It's all about the spacing of the note. So you got to get everything in between spaced out correctly. You could even see here when I was saying the 7s there, the go to university, there was a slight change in the tempo. It's a difficult thing to do. But practicing it like this will really, really help you. Let's do one more thing. I'm going to show you for somebody who's a little bit more advanced. We're going to go up all the way to the 32nd note and then we're going to come back down. So we're going to go 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 7s, 6s, 5s. Am I right with that? Yeah, 8s. Yeah, 7s, 6s, 5s. So we're going up and going down, changing the rates. I say to students, this is very much like if you've ever driven a car with the gear stick. So that one that's not automatic. It's the same kind of it's the same kind of feeling, you're going up and you're going down. Remember as well, we're not increasing the speed. All we're doing is cramming in more notes into a space. That's very important to remember. Okay, so let's have a listen. So start with 5s all the way up and all the way down. So university, 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 1 arpeggio, 2 arpeggio, 3 arpeggio, 4 arpeggio, go to university, go to university, go to university, go to university, 1 tick back 2, tick back 3, and tick back 4. Go to university, go to university, go to university, go to university, 1 arpeggio, 2 arpeggio, 3 arpeggio, 4 arpeggio, university, 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 university. There you go. So that's a real good one to practice. Remember, practice with a metronome. Practice it slow. It's difficult to do it slow, but it's more beneficial down the road. If you found this helped you, let me know down in the comment section. Hit a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't. Check out the link in the description. It'll bring you to my website, which everything will be written down and made a little bit more clear for you. Guys, hope it helped. Take it easy. See you next week for a brand new video. Bye-bye.
Guys, hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you like what you've seen here today, you can see a lot more videos. Just click on any of them here on the screen.